Sorry, whoops. Okay, guys. So when you're ready to put together, so after you get your stuff put together, let me see if I can grab something like that. For instance, you're going to want to, of course, export them as PNGs so that you have one solid picture. And then you want to open those PNGs after you close this one. So close, and then open your PNG. Make sure that you're looking at the ending. Where did I save that? Man, recent. There we go. I totally didn't pay attention to where I saved that. Let's open that again. So unlike Mr. Romano, make note of where you saved that. Let me export that again. Let me pay attention to where I'm exporting this time. It's on desktop. Okay. I'll close this and then open up that PNG version. The reason why we want that PNG version is because we want the final version of what we're doing. And the only way you get that is if you export it as a PNG. No, but it's for reals. Where did it go? There. No, that's underwater JPEG. Not underwater PNG. There we go. And open up the PNG version. You'll know it's the PNG version if you can't edit anything about it. Notice I opened up the PNG version. I can't grab anything. I can't cut anything. Nothing's reacting to my clicks. That's a good indication that you're in your PNG.
Adriana Valerio to the main office.
What?
Once you've got your 4 pictures open in PNG format, you're going to go File, New, to get a brand new blank canvas. So File, New. And make sure that you're going to go to Print and say Letter Size. Print Letter. I'll put that on the board. And that will get you a nice new blank canvas. One thing that we didn't go into is you can put pictures into another layer inside of it rather than on top or below it. So I'm going to draw a real quick square. You're going to make 4 different squares real quick. And each one of these should cover the entire screen. Actually, you probably want to make them colored so we can actually tell that they're there. I'm just going to color them so that you can see where they're laid out. Because white against white obviously is invisible. Okay. Okay, so I've made my 4 squares, and that means I can then copy and paste my picture and then drag it into a layer. Whoops, that is not the right layer. There you go. So you'll notice if you've dragged it into the right layer, first off, when you're dragging, and some of you have gotten this talk a little bit before because you guys have made this mistake. When you're dragging with a full bar, does everyone see how that's a full blue bar? Means that you're reordering. Dragging so it's a part bar means you're dragging inside. When you're inside a layer, you'll notice I can't go past the edges. I can make this picture as big as I want and it won't go past the edges of the square. So that's a really good way of like making sure that I can only do part of that. Does that make sense?
How do we make the white?
Kim, please say questions.
Okay. Okay. It's important to note that while I'm using squares, if you hold down on the square button, you can do this for any of the shapes here. So if you want to, for instance, put someone in a heart, if you want to use this later to make a, I don't know, Valentine's Day or something, you can make a heart. And you can also put someone inside that heart like that. So it's a great way to put, you know, a frame around a simple picture. Questions, comments, confusions on that? So remember, when you're doing that, you're dragging inside the layer. Putting it inside gets that part. Putting it to this side gets the whole, reorders. So partial goes inside. Full reorders it, so one's on top of the other. Questions, comments, confusions? Eldon.
So if I have a white background, let's say you want to insert a picture from my own person for the background, how would you do that?
Oh, Like this.
Yeah, let's say for the water, if you just want to get the water.
If you just want to get the water into the shapes, you would do it like you would do any other picture. So I would open up, let me see, is this one? So let me grab this picture. So if this was going to be my background, I would take a selection tool, I'd copy it, and then I'd paste it like normal. It's right there. And then I drag it to whatever shape I want to put it in. And then drag it so it's inside. Whoops, that is the wrong black square. Really should have colored these better. And you'll notice again, the edges don't go past that square. That make sense? Any other questions, guys? Okay. So I'm gonna